Hi everyone, it's Diane here at the greenhouse. Today's February 10th, 2012, and we're going to do some propagation on some houseplants today. Today we're going to be propagating the Poppies, the Philodendron Silver, very pretty plant, and the Emerald Lace. I've propagated these before, but we're going to do them again today. And I'm probably not going to show it all to you, but we are going to do some propagation. Now, these all can be propagated also. You can root them in water, but I'm going to be doing it in soil today because I have the area and I have the flats and the dome lids, and it seems to work really well this way. So let's get started. The first thing we're propagating is the Emerald Lace. This is a really beautiful house plant. As you can see, the purple leaves, look at that on the back side of the leaves, and the silver veining, very nice. To propagate these, you just need to take off some bottom leaves, where this will be where they will form their roots. These are one of the easiest things to propagate, I have found. And I'm just setting them right in a tray right here. I'm just setting them in this tray right here. And then this is just a porous soil with peat and perlite, and I'm going to put them all in there. I have about 30 cuttings that I want to use. We're going to put them all in this tray, and then we're going to wet it down, and then I'm going to put a plastic dome lid on it. And I'm just going to, I'm not going to put bottom heat with them. These, I don't have room on my flats right now, so they're just going to go under the lights with the dome lids, and I'll show that to you in a little bit. Okay, the Emerald Lace is all done. I watered them in. Now these will take root. It doesn't take very long. I put this dome lid on them, and I'm going to put this under lights. No heat on these, although I could, but I don't have the space. So these will go under lights right now. Okay, next one we're going to propagate some Poppies. Everybody should be seen this plant before. I mean, this is a very common house plant. Very nice. I took some really nice clippings off of here, and as you can see, there's roots already started here. So this makes it very easy to get started. But I'm going to take and cut this down in half, and then we're going to lay them in the tray here. The first thing I want to say is you don't have to do it this way. You can root them in water, but I like to root them in soil. I do. They get some really good root structure going right away, and good and healthy. It's not exposed that way. And either way works, honestly. But I love, and I'll just use this dirt when I pot them up. So there's not going to be any waste. But as you can see here, you always want to cut below a node or a root section or a leaf section. You want to cut below that, okay? And right there I can see there's going to be a new one. There's a root here, and a root there. I'm going to cut this in half, okay, just like so. Okay, and then this section I'm just going to set right in the soil, and that will root. And this one too. Show you this one. Look how pretty that is. The leaves, look at the pattern on the leaves, just beautiful. And I'm going to do the same thing here. This is going to make a really nice starter plant right here, and look at the roots coming out. So you know this is going to be very easy to get going. I love planting in soil. I don't do a lot of water planting. But I do root some of my house plants in water, and it does work. So you can do it that way too. There's always options in gardening. So I'll finish up here. So I got about 8 of them, and the next one's going to be the Philodendron Silver. This is a beautiful house plant. Look at it. Look at the vein, look at the spotted silver on the leaves. It's just gorgeous. I love it. When I seen this in the garden center, I thought, I'm going to get it because I just love it, and I knew I could propagate it. These also have roots coming out, guys and gals. Very easy again to propagate. And I'm just going to take these. This is a nice little piece here. I could leave this whole, or I could cut it, and I don't know. This is a nice size, so I think I'm just going to leave this one, and we'll just set this one over in some soil. Just the bottom section where the roots come. And actually, this other area will probably root too. whatever's laying on the soil is probably going to root. And we'll see how these do. I've never propagated these, so you know, I think if you want to pull that leaf off, you can, but since there's roots coming already, a guy could. It probably would give a little more energy into the root. So you can take that bottom one off and just set it right in the soil. Now all these are going to be the same way. They're going to be put in some lighting with a dome lid, and it's going to keep it really moist that way, and they should be able to take root quite quickly. So let me finish up, and this is just propagating some houseplants today. If you want to make more plants out of some that you have already, I'd say go for it. I really would. It's so much fun to do. But I put the Poppies and the Philodendron together in the same container. It'll be just fine. I encourage you to take a chance and do some of your own rooting if you want. I could have also used rooting hormone on these, but I don't think it's necessary. They got roots coming already, and that tells me that it's going to be very, very easy for them to grow in here. And I just stick that section under that's rooting. Stick this section here under the soil. This section up here is also probably going to root if it's touching the soil, just to let you know. But it's not a big deal. It can be lifted later if you need to do it that way. I'm going to have a very full tray here, but it'll be fine. There's plenty of soil for them to grow on for a little while, and I'll be pulling these out when I notice that they're really going to town, getting their roots going, because I'll be checking on them in a couple weeks and see how they're doing. So there is propagating some houseplants, guys. I'm just going to water this in a little bit. Get some moisture going so they can get going rooting. I encourage you to do so if you want to do some propagations. This is how I do it. I've had pretty good success doing it this way, and if I had room on my heating mat, I'd be putting them on there, but I don't. And they'll also, when I put them under the lights and the dome lid is on top, it really creates a nice heat atmosphere under the dome. So it works out really, really well, actually. So I'll just water it in good, and I'll probably check it in a couple days and see how it's doing. And then put my dome lid. Looks like those are a little tall there, but it'll be okay. So that's propagation, guys. Got any questions, comments? Love to hear about it. Let me know what you're propagating. So much fun to propagate, and take care. Anything that I can help you with, just put a comment down below. I'll do my best. I don't know everything, but what I do know a few things on propagation and starting from seed. But, you know, we'll see you next time. And thanks a lot for tuning in today. Bye. So I just want to show you where they're at. They're under some fluorescent lighting shop lights, and this will heat up now and it'll get really nice and toasty in there. Great for propagation. And the other ones are right here. So I'm happy to see. I think they'll do fine, but we'll kind of keep track of them and see how they do along the way.